Well, hello, Cancer. So I am burning some Palo Santo. I meant to light this before I hit the record button, but it is what it is. So, Cancer. So thank you for joining me. This is a reading for the month, the last couple of weeks of October. That smells good. For the sign of Cancer, Cancer's Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So, yes, okay. My name is Rain. Thank you for being here. This is my channel. So yes. I have this little spiel that I usually do, but I've been doing other readings, and so when I do readings, I get in this spacey mode because that's how I'm able to receive messages and whatnot. So yes, thank you for being here. I am a psychic medium, tarot card reader, and intuitive, and this is just one of the ways that I'm helping to raise the vibration on the planet. So yes, thank you for being here. If you like my energy, give me a thumbs up. I am working with today. I'm working with two different tarot card decks. I'm working with the Golden Universal deck, which is one of my all-time faves, and then I'm also working with the Healing Light Tarot. I'm also going to be pulling oracle cards from the Keepers of the Light. So, all right, and I've been trying to keep them to a 15-20 minute minimum, but we'll see. I mean, maximum, but I like to go overboard sometimes. All right. So I have already been saying my prayers, clearing the energy and all that beautiful stuff, but I am going to set the intention here, do a quick little prayer. I ask my angels and my guides to be present with this reading for the beautiful sign of Cancer. May the messages come in a clear and concise way so that we can have clarity in our lives. I ask to be an open conduit for those messages coming through, and may it be in the highest and greatest good of all involved. And so it is. All right. So I'm going to jump right in, Cancer. Cancer. The word luscious just came up for me. So Cancer, I feel like you are really, if you tap into that energy, yeah, luscious. I don't know. Anyway, that's a great word. But this is a general reading, okay? So some of the messages that come through may or may not resonate with you. The roles can be reversed. When I'm doing these general readings, oftentimes several scenarios will come up. I'm just reading the energies for those who are like the strongest energies that are coming through. And yeah, I urge you to check out some of my other readings for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and that will help give you a clearer picture. Perhaps one of those could resonate a little more, or just add clarity to the situation. So, yes, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you are interested in a personal reading, check out the description box below. All of my contact info is there. Check out my Etsy page. Join me on Facebook or Instagram. I'm growing. We're all growing, aren't we? All right, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What are the messages that our beautiful Cancers need to hear for the last couple of weeks of October? Cancer, what's going on with our lovely Cancers? What messages need to come through? That is way too many cards, Spirit. We're just wanting a few. Yes. Just going to focus on this. Beautiful Cancers. What is going on with our Cancers? What messages do Cancer need to hear? All right. So we're just going to dive right in. I don't really like to read reversals, but I will take note of them and I mention them. All right, so first of all, we have the Two of Pentacles, and it did come out reversed, okay? So, Two of Pentacles. See this guy? He's juggling. He's got the infinity symbol. This is juggling things. Love, money, home, social life. All these things are being juggled, okay? And he juggles really well. It did come out reversed, so I feel like perhaps it has gotten to a point with some of you that you are still juggling things. You're able to keep things maintained, but perhaps it has gotten a little rough around the edges. I'm hearing rough around the edges. Yeah, maybe some things have become a little overwhelming. for some of you, and in your physical world. Not all of you. You're still juggling. You haven't dropped any of the balls. You haven't dropped any balls. You haven't dropped the ball. You got this. You got this. You got this. But there has been some pressure. It has gotten a little more difficult in certain aspects of your life, needing more or less attention than other parts, okay? And so you're maintaining. Even in the hardship, you're still maintaining. And then we have the King of Wands, okay? This King of Wands in this deck is extremely serious. He is very focused on that wand. Check him out. He is focused on that wand. The King of Wands you could be dealing with a fire sign for some of you. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, or someone with those aspects in their chart. This could be you. But what he symbolizes, regardless of any astrological signs, what the King of Wands is all about is passion. He's very passionate, but he's very focused. Because he is a king, he's not like the Page of Wands that's very passionate and then burns out fast. This guy or gal, remember, gender doesn't really matter here. This person, he's very focused. And he wants to give all of his passionate energy into this thing that he's focused on. He's a leader. He's a natural born leader. When he enters the room, people notice. He's able to gain the attention of those around him. And he lights up the room. He is fire. Okay? I feel like some of you, you might have fire strong in your chart, but if not, if this isn't you, this is someone else that's gaining your attention. But this person's very focused on whatever it is he's trying to achieve. And he is enlightened. I see that he is enlightened. He's got an understanding. He's not a king. He's a king for a reason. It's because he is mature in the way that he interacts with the world, the way he interacts with his own being. He's very mature, okay? Then we have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is Major Arcana, okay? The Hanged Man is a very beautiful spiritual card. What he does is he has hung himself upside down by his foot. He hangs there upside down willingly and releases and relaxes into the situation, allowing things to just be, not taking action. And he's watching, he's observing the situation from a completely different point of view, okay? When we look at things from a different perspective, it allows us access to understanding things that we may not have understood before. Okay, I'm going to pull some cards from the Healing Light Tarot here, and we're going to gain some more clarity. What do our Cancers need to hear? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cancer. What is our Cancer? What do our crab people need to hear? Crab people, that doesn't sound. But I mean, the sound, Cancer. It's really Cancer. And some of my best friends are Cancers. I love my Cancers. What do our beautiful, beautiful Cancers need to hear during this time? Our Cancers are so very sensitive, so very intuitive, so very nurturing. We need our Cancers. I'm so grateful for all the Cancers out there and that Cancer energy. They're the mothers. They are the nurturers. What do our Cancers need to hear during this time, please? What is going to help bring clarity for our Cancers during this time? Nope. Way too many cards, please. Okay, there we go. Huh, really? Really? I almost wanted to put it back, but Spirit told me to leave it. Okay. All right. So I do see a king and a queen that came out. So for some of you, this is a love reading. I try not to make it into a love reading per se, unless that's what. So, but for some of you, not all of you, this is a love reading. But I do see three people. We have the King of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups here. You are, as a Cancer, the Queen of Cups. Okay, right in the center here. Okay, so I will show you. And these could all be aspects of you, and this could be other people that you're dealing with. Okay, take it as it resonates. So, the juggling, keeping things balanced. We've got this King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is earth sign energy, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Doesn't have to be. So some of you might have that in your chart, dealing with a Virgo, maybe Capricorn, Taurus. But what this is really saying to me is that you are gaining your balance and your stability. Okay? Because this came out reversed initially. I feel like what's going on here is you're gaining your stability in order to continue the juggling. You're gaining balance. But this balance is going to come with very great, they're very deep roots here. The King of Pentacles is incredibly rooted. He's hard to move. He's stubborn. It's stubborn energy. It's hard to move. For some of you, it has been difficult with this juggling act because you're dealing with a very stubborn energy that doesn't want to move. To juggle, you have to move. To juggle, you have to flow. And the King of Pentacles is not really about that. It's not that energy. It's like, I'm here, I'm not moving. You can't move me. I hear a doggy crying somewhere off in the distance. That was distracting. I heard a doggy crying. Okay. So then we have the Queen of Cups right next, underneath the... So this is the King of Wands and the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is very fulfilled emotionally. She's abundant. She's able to give and receive. She's open. She's open to that nurturing energy. And this is you, okay? I feel like this is you. But this comes with great passion. This might be somebody, if you're dealing with someone else, you're wanting to offer. Okay, so if I hold the cards like this, or even like this, how they're laying, she's offering an opening to receive, but he is focused on this. He's looking down, but he's not looking at her. So I don't know. For some of you, you might be dealing with someone who is just focused on their own thing, and they're not focused on you or the connection at all. It doesn't have to be romantic, like I said. But if this is you, if these are components of you, what this is telling me is that you need to nurture your own self. Giving nurturing to this person, even if it's yourself, while maintaining your focus on your passions. And that's a beautiful balance within itself. Okay? Also, the Queen is right next to this King. Look, coming in trying to give some emotional offering to this person over here. He is a little more open to it. Okay? If you're dealing with multiple people, for some of you, if you're dealing with two different people, a fire sign and an earth sign, your energy, your emotional energy is better shared with the earth sign. That's not for everybody, okay? That's just what the cards are saying. But there's this juggle, you know, perhaps you're juggling between, for some of you, you're juggling between two different people, a fire sign and an earth sign, or people that have that in their chart. But see right next to the Queen is okay, this is the card. I was like, really? This is the Five of Pentacles, and this is this is a lower energy. This is the energy of like being left out in the cold, feeling left out. You know, these two guys they're begging. It's cold outside. The church is right here, but they stand outside cold. And they could, at any moment, walk right into the church because the church is there open, okay? And so this is like feeling left out, but it's like you're doing it to yourself. You feel left out. So perhaps there is some energy here where you're feeling left out. Okay, and that leads me to go to the next thing. Underneath the Hanged Man is this Five of Pentacles. Okay, so whatever this lower energy is, where you felt sadness, feeling left out, feeling like you're not part of what's going on, it's allowed, taking a step back and looking at things from a different perspective is what is being asked of you here during this time in order to see things more clearly. Okay? That's what I'm seeing. So this doesn't have to be a love reading, but perhaps you are dealing with two different individuals and you're like having to give, if it's like a boss and a mother, could be a mother and father. I mean, whatever it is that for some of you, I see that there's juggling going on between two different individuals and that you're offering your cup. One person is extremely stubborn and the other person is very passionate and fiery. But everyone seems to be focused on what they're doing and what they're doing only. Even though you're open to receive, I don't see that is being, for some of you, it's not being reciprocated, and it's put you in this Five of Pentacles energy where you feel left out. You're not even getting, maybe if you're dealing with a boss, maybe they're not giving you the recognition that you need. If you're dealing with a family member, maybe they're just being, kind of cold. These people, if this is your storyline, that you're dealing with two people that are not giving you the attention that you need, okay? Because you give, okay? You give and you nurture, and not everybody is. At different times in our life, we're more or less open to that. But if you're giving and you're not getting back, what universe is asking for you to do during this time is to take a step back, okay? And to look at things from a different perspective, because it's very likely that you're looking at things in an incorrect way, which is giving you these feelings of not being fulfilled. And so I want to remind you that we don't get our emotional fulfillment from others. It really does come from within. We can be around people that when we're around them, we feel emotionally fulfilled, but we're not getting it from them, okay? That's a different energy exchange, okay? And it's learning that balance, okay? We love to be around people, or we want to be alone, but the reason why we love to be around people is because if they're vibrating at a high frequency, then that encourages us to also vibrate at a high frequency, and vice versa, right? But where we go wrong, and nobody's perfect, I still do this, when we give and nurture others and they don't give back to us, it can oftentimes leave us feeling left out in the cold, causing us to feel sad. But this Queen of Cups, she's full. She's still offering, and she's still open to receiving. So this is not saying to close yourself off by any stretch of the imagination. Continue to be open in that open state of giving and receiving. But what this is saying is for you to take a step back and to look at things from a different perspective in order to gain more clarity about your situation, okay? These people may be acting in these ways, not because of anything you have done or haven't done. It's because they're working on their own thing, because that's where they are in their life. That's what I'm seeing here. All right, I'm going to pull a couple cards from the Keepers of the Light, and we're going to gain a little more clarity about this situation. Cancer. I'm feeling... All right, I'm going to put a little... See this little crystal here? This cute little crystal. I'm going to put it on top of the card that's the Five of Pentacles, because this is something that you're healing. Okay, that feeling doesn't feel good when you feel left out, but I feel like you're going to see things differently once you shift. Okay, gain different perspective. Sometimes to gain different perspective of things, we might have to remove ourselves from a situation or situations. Sometimes it's good to, like, I think about what Bob Marley says about traveling far, I can't remember which song that is. Sometimes we need to travel, go somewhere different and not be around the same people. Sometimes it's just taking a step back. Sometimes it's just going and doing something that we enjoy doing it, and doing it with different people or doing it by ourselves. The hangman is hanging there by himself. This is a personal journey that no one else can do for you. But in doing so, I feel like it's going to heal some. You're going to gain a different perspective on things. If you can understand where these people are coming from or not, even if you can't understand where they're coming from, it doesn't matter. What matters is how you feel about the situation. What matters is how you feel, so that you are more balanced, so that you are able to better juggle these situations. Like I said, these could be love interests. They may not be. They could be work colleagues. They could be friends. Any number of things. Take it as it resonates. It's going to be different from person to person. But the main message here is that you take a step back in order to see things differently, so that you can work through this heavier Five of Pentacles energy. All right, what do our Cancers need to hear during this time, please, Spirit? What does Cancer need to hear during this time to gain some more clarity? That's the third time this, or fourth time. Some of these cards just keep coming out. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. Serapis Bay. Ascension. Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. Okay, I'm going to show you this card. He's very Egyptian. You see that? There's a lot of emphasis on his crown chakra here. The flying serpent. He's ascending. See the infinity symbol on his forehead there? The infinity symbol with the juggling. Okay, I'm pointing these things out. When you step into this space of just taking a step back away from your situation, you're going to gain a lot more clarity. Just taking a step back, okay? A breath of fresh air. That's the phrase that keeps coming through. A breath of fresh air. The light is here. Rise above the darkness. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. That's what you need to move out of this darker energy, okay? This is a darker energy. It's not that it's bad. It is what it is. We can choose to dwell there or not. And I feel like what universe is urging you to do is to rise above that, okay? And that means self-care. And that means taking a step back. A breath of fresh air is what you need. And the other card that we pulled is the Miriam. It's a really interesting card, okay? It's a twin flame card. If you know what that means, the twin flame. It's kind of like soulmates, but the Miriam, they're twin angels, okay? They were twin angels, twin flame angels. This is the story about the Miriam. I'll show you the picture here. The Miriam. They were in the crypt when Jesus was buried, supposedly. Now, I don't know what I believe and what I don't believe about the whole Jesus thing, but this is the story. Is that when Mary Magdalene went to visit Jesus, she was incredibly scared, and that the Miriam appeared to her, the twin flame angels, because according to some, and I'm getting goosebumps again, Mary Magdalene and Yeshua were twin flames. They were lovers. They were divine lovers. Whatever name you want to put on it, but the twin flame energy. Okay, it says sacred vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. And I want to say, I'm getting goosebumps again. Whatever is going on between you and other people, it's for all of your highest good. And what this is asking for you to do is to take a step back away from these situations in order to gain better clarity, but that to be understanding. Continue to be open emotionally to them and open to receive, okay? Don't close yourself off. And what this is saying, remember that love has no boundaries. Even if people are going through whatever they're going through, if you can understand it and release it, then you don't have to take on that burden, okay? Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. what we focus on in others is what we bring out in them. Okay. So if you're dealing with this, an individual, let's just say, and they have good traits and bad traits, if you focus on the bad traits, you will see more of that, and you actually will draw that out of that person. But if you choose to see their positive traits and you focus on that, even when they're acting out, even when they're not acting in their highest, out of their highest self, when you focus on the good qualities in them, and that is what they will start to show you more and more. Not only will you see that, but that is what you will be encouraging them to show you. Okay, it's a very big life lesson, and we're all mastering life, right? Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. I think I'm going to have to end it here. I hope that resonated with you. I urge you to check out some of my other videos for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. This is a positive reading. This is all about self-growth. And my beautiful sensitive Cancers, remember to forgive. Don't hold on to it. Okay? Because I know that Cancers have a tendency, all the water signs have a tendency to hold grudges and hold on to things. Okay? And that's about our emotional bodies. Okay? And this is saying to release it and heal it and love regardless. This is all about unconditional love. But this will cause you to feel more fulfilled. If you're able to release that, focus on the positive qualities, and take a breath of fresh air. You deserve it, Cancer. You deserve it. And you so deserve love. You are so deserving of love. Beautiful Cancers. I love each and every one of you so much. I'm going to send you off with a blessing right now. If you like my energy, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that little bell icon if you want to get notified when I go live or when I upload new information. But Cancer, my blessing for you is may you be able to release any heaviness that's on your heart. May you be able to easily move and shift into new ways of being and seeing. Taking that breath of fresh air that you so badly deserve and need. It's yours for the taking. You deserve it. It could even be a vacation. But I feel like this flow of juggling and working within life, I feel like it's going to become more stable for you. All right, that's what I see for you, and that's my blessing for you. I love you so much, and until next time, mwah, bless and be well. It doesn't want to recognize my finger.